Hello and welcome on Watches TV, where we talk about watches and watchmaking. And this time we will travel to the other side of our little planet to discover how it is going with the watch market in Asia, in Singapore to be precise. And it is no surprise that Singapore plays a key role in the watch industry in Asia, with revenue in the luxury watches segment to surpass $2 billion in 2022. It is one of the top 6 destinations worldwide for Swiss luxury watches. And we are talking here about giants like Swatch Group and Rolex, followed by Richemont, AP and Patek, but Singapore is also well known as a cradle for independent brands that are seeking recognition in the Asian market. And this year we've been invited to attend the Singapore Watch Fair, the first international watch event with a B2C approach, which hosted a dozen of independent watchmakers. So let's find out about what exactly young and bold are seeking in the Lion City and how important such an event are for their visibility.
Singapore was one of the first market that we entered because we had a very good reception here, and especially we did 2 collaborations for Singapore, 2 special watches before this fair, and now we have launched the Rose Gold, and so always Singapore has been a really big market for us, and we're always very happy with the reception that we had in Singapore. We did 2 limited edition from Singapore, one with the red dial and another one with a salmon pink dial with the 12 in red being the color of Singapore, so we incorporated to the watch. And also for the fair we have present our first novel steel like in rose gold for the fair, and it's a tobacco dial with a rose gold case.
We go to this fair exactly because we need to expand our sales internationally, and the big market now it's China. So I think it's the best exhibition to be near China and Singapore. That's why we choose this exhibition or this fair or this show, because it's have all in one. You have the unique items, you have the unique people, the collectors is coming to here, you will see every kind of people coming to this show to take the vintage watches, the new watches, the independent watches, the jewelry. It's really amazing fair.
It's been 1 year we are here. The brand is only 1 year old, and it's the first time we make exhibitions. So we made in New York last week, and now we are in Singapore. So yeah, it's really exciting to see that. Most of the people are from Middle East and America, but we have a lot in China, Hong Kong and Singapore as well. So it has been really important for us to be present there as well, to meet the people. And actually they are really happy to see the watches in person and to meet the team behind the brand. Next year we should expect more mechanical movement from us, a very special edition and collaboration with some media, some collectors as well, but especially the structure of the brand. So now we need to structure the collection like the permanent collection as well, and to propose interesting projects for the community.
Asians are really into custom pieces, personalized pieces. There are a lot of collectors with a lot of pieces in their collection, and they want something very special, very unique, different. That would be. I think it's very important, especially to develop a community of people that are actually into watches, not only into custom watches, but into independent watchmaking as well, because the small community is what actually brings the most values to the watchmaking history.
For us, it's an important fair. We have been very surprised by the quality of the people that came. It's a very high quality collectors coming with very important buying power, and most of the time already huge collection of watches. We had some people that were interested in our product that had more than 800 watches. That's good collection, compared to your people. So it's important in Asia, it's important in Singapore, and for us it's important because it helps us to build up the brand in this market. We are known by some collectors, but not by the full industry of collectors, full portfolio of collectors in Singapore. So it's important for us to be there, to be known a bit more. The one that people like the most is the time fast that we have just here. It's one of the novelty. We also have the gun. We have a clock in the shape of a gun that people like it a lot. Unfortunately, it's sold out already. But time fast is something that people like because it's new, it speaks to their soul, and you have a couple of functions like kinetic actions on it. It's running for GPHG for this year under the category of clockmaking, which is a new category in GPHG, so we'll see how it goes.
I think in Asia there is growing demand and I guess hunger for independent watches beyond the commercial brands, right? That are being presented in the retail shops. The Asian consumer is now, thanks to COVID, very educated. Thanks to the changing trends in the market, as everyone knows, looking out for alternatives, looking out for innovation, looking out for service, and looking to be part of the creative process. And I think that's something independent watchmakers offer from day one, you know.
Yes, I would say, for the younger collectors, genuinely, they start off with brands that they're most familiar with. So brands like Patek Philippe, Rolex, Audemars Piguet. But in recent years, we see a shift of young collectors getting more and more into independent watchmakers. And I guess it's a very, very good transition because independent watches are definitely rare, and the craftsmanship behind them is something of a spectacular. So yeah, it's a good shift, and we look forward to carry that momentum and to continue to bring rare and desirable independent timepieces to our auctions so that our young collectors can see, experience, and also participate.
I think people are also considering independence even more now, because they can customize their watches, they can talk to the watchmakers themselves. There's a personalization touch, there's a personal feeling with the watch and a personal relationship with the watchmakers. So I think most collectors are realizing the importance of these things and investing their money now in independence because they can go in the journey with the watchmakers themselves, which is very interesting. And they can be also the future brands that can be very valuable and very expensive.
Day one, when the fair started, it was known as Jeweluxe in 2017. Since then, we have always advocated for independent watchmaking. We believe that they are pivotal and important for the watchmaking industry at large. So we continue our support and our mission in promoting the best in the future of watchmaking, particularly with the independent watchmakers. Of course, the fair has plans to expand beyond independent watchmaking to cater for a broader audience, but I think it will always remain a focus for us to present new, innovative, bold, I would say courageous watchmakers in the independent field and Singapore Watch Fair.
Well, all of this indicates that the Lion City is becoming one of the preferred places, not only for independent brands to make themselves visible to the ever-growing Asian market, but also for companies with history, auction houses, vintage collectors, and all those who want to learn about watches. Because the Singapore Watch Fair is intended to be an educational project as well, and this time it hosted several quite interesting panels with collectors, experts in vintage watches, specialists, representatives from auction houses, and even one with Maestro Vincent Calabrese. Indeed, an impressive kickstart. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Unfortunately for this edition I couldn't attend myself, but two girls from our team went and it seems they really enjoyed it. So don't hesitate to leave your feedback below. Until next time, well, a big Viva Watchmaking to you. Bye.